Alright, so making a video about my watch list tomorrow. Alright, so let's look at news. Tomorrow's Wednesday, we have a lot important stuff. So existing home sales, and then petroleum status report. Nothing crazy, just at 10:30 a.m. But tomorrow, what we do have that's important is Google and Tesla reporting earnings. Tesla's gonna be an interesting one. So will Google. I think Google beats earnings, but I don't think Tesla does. We'll see tomorrow. But yeah, let's move on to the charts. This is what I have for tomorrow. So for SPY, let's look at SPY on the 4 hour. We're just making new highs right now, so hopefully we get an all-time high break tomorrow. We just keep making new highs and nothing below. Or market could come down. I don't mind it. Same for QQQ. Literally bounce off of support 560. Should be able to hold above it. Make new highs. Same thing for NQ. We should be able to see new highs on this. And NQ as well. Now for the stocks that I have for tomorrow. Let's look at AMD first. I don't really have anything on here, to be honest. I only had this one play to the downside at 154, I think. Didn't take this, but because it's AMD. Tesla has earnings, so that doesn't count. I like how it's still grinding up, but I don't like it's so close to that high to 340. If this didn't have earnings, that would be the play I would have taken. Honestly, the high to 340 is disgustingly perfect. This is a proper trade that I would have taken. 338 to 340, and then 345 as a separate trade. And yeah, so I'll have to skip that out. And Shopify, I had this at 130, but yeah, that's never gonna happen, I don't think, because the pullback's so hard. So the odds of it happening now are extremely low. So, and it's very far, and the stock is very shit. So yeah, no point in taking this. So this, I'm gonna keep it on the watch just in case if it gets close. Google, I would love to trade this at 200. Look on the 4 hour. We're finally like the daily time frame. We're finally like making it out of that range that we were stuck in. So this is pretty cool to see how the stock is finally breaking out after earnings. If it does do well, I would love to trade the stock. It's pretty good. The one thing I did play on it was the breakout here before earnings, but that went well. I made money on it. Ever since, haven't played it. So hopefully after earnings tomorrow, we can probably play the 200 break, or if it beats earnings and has a nice gap up, maybe the 200 to the all-time high break on this. Looks pretty nice. So we'll see tomorrow if it beats earnings or not. But yeah, next on the watch is Meta. This thing really opened up really weird in the morning, so just like we had a nice double top that I was gonna play this. It break into 718 and then 720 as a separate trade, and then now it just completely died. And then now I mean it's not bad at the low into 700. That's a nice scalp. 700 is a bit reused 3 times, so it's a bit weird. So this is not bad, not a bad scalp. Into the upside, I'm still looking at the high into 718, possibly a hold into 720, but honestly 718 scalp and then 720 as a separate trade is honestly a better move because it's meta. So it's a bit weird of a stock. So we'll see how it gaps up tomorrow morning, or if it gaps down. We'll see if it breaks, goes down. I'm good with that. And now Nvidia. For Nvidia, the play this is the play that I was really pissed off of in the morning. So I'll also talk about that later in the video. But honestly, this I had this at 169 until 168. Didn't hold the target and actually sold for a loss. So definitely a lot of lessons to learn on that. But yeah, overall, let's skip that out. Let's talk about the important stuff. I want the stock to go to zero. I don't want this to hold up anymore. It's kind of boring staying at these highs. And the all-time high break is already so reused, which is kind of shit. What I would love to play on this is the downside, because this stock, it would be really nice to finally have a nice relief and just come down finally, because there'll be some nice downside plays on this because we haven't hit those. So the downside plays should be like very nice and smooth. But honestly, to the downside, I'm gonna be looking at that low. That low for a scalp into 164 is really good. Or you can take 164 and hold. Or if you want to save our entry, just take the low at 160 163 something over here. 163.71. I mean, target ends is 162 that low. And if it does get there to 160, I'd just hold until it actually breaks the actual low at 161, which is just crazy trade because this is just it's finally breaking support in this, and this is possibly, if this breaks that low here, I have room on this until it's 160. So if I do hold on to 160, which I doubt I will, I'll probably just hold from there into that to that low here, and then there's just maybe 160 as a separate trade, or just be happy with what I made. But honestly, this looks like a very good trade if we do come down, and it is weak. I feel like it'll come down, hopefully, because I don't want people to buy this up. There's no point of buying this up. Just please let it have a pullback for once in its fucking life. Because what is this, bro? It's about a 3% drop, so it's kind of not. It's about a 5% drop. Nothing crazy. So yeah, we'll have to look at it. Have to see how we play in the morning, but a safer entry would be here at 71 into the 160.60 break, or 62, or yeah, or 164, which I might just take 164 and hold like with a nice $25 stop with about a 20% risk on this, and hold until the 161 break. Maybe even 160. That's just too far out, but yeah, that's what I'm planning to do with Tesla and Nvidia. Hopefully we get that, because if this just comes back up to the upside, there's like literally nothing to trade on this, and it might just be another cash day for me tomorrow, because Meta is not really an A+ setup, but I will take this. But yeah, Nvidia, please do your thing, 21, and just like calm down, bro. Like, I want this shit so bad. After like yesterday, honestly, I have to like really lock in tomorrow. I mean, after today. But yeah, I'll talk about what happened today. So Nvidia at this at 169 until to 168, and I didn't hold a single bit. The reason why I didn't hold a bit is because I was trading with intuition, as in I was trading with belief, not belief, a feeling. And you already know you can't trade with a feeling. You gotta trade with actual backed up data behind this trade. Like, what are you looking at instead of just a feeling? The reason why the feeling was because last week I got stopped out like once or twice here at the highs, and it kept rejecting, so I thought it was going to do the same thing. I thought the overall stock was going to do this thing, like just reject, bounce. And no, I was wrong. I was stupid thinking that. It actually was very stupid, because if you look on the 1 hour time frame, it just breaks support right here, and it finally comes down. So this is a very important trade at 160 down to 168. Definitely like fucked up on that one. And if you look at the 1 hour, the 1 minute, I'll show you guys where I got in. So I waited for bounce, I got in, and honestly, if I held even through that wick you see right here, it would have never stopped me out. I actually would have been at a $13 loss here, and to my stop loss was like 40 cents right here. My target was about 168, so I would have never lost money on this trade. It was kind of hard to hold because it kept bouncing. But overall, this trade was an A+ setup, the best trade I've ever seen. I just kept messing up on it, and yeah, I mean, you learn. But I want to force learn. I don't want to just like do this dumb shit over and over again. But overall, the trade was beautiful. How I perfectly set it up and how I wrote it down, just that the way I played it was very stupid of me. And yeah, that's the only trade I took. There was literally nothing else that I wanted to take except for Meta, but Meta didn't happen. And the Meta trade was just 7.8 to 7.17, breaking 7.18, which clearly just you saw what happened. It just decided to just kill it. It just decided to just bomb itself, just do nothing, just absolutely just crash. But yeah, that's really all I had. Just had two setups as Meta, and let me show you my watch. I haven't like deleted anything off it. So here, right here. 168.90. Mind you, I was actually not gonna hold through that. My actual plan was 168, but I just wrote that because I honestly didn't see. That's also one reason I felt like it was gonna bounce. So I wrote that. But let me look at the chart. Let's see. 168.60 was a stupid mistake. 168 was my actual target. But yeah, I was just kind of lost during the trade, so. But yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to talk about. I for sure need to come back tomorrow and be confident, trust myself, and not have trade with intuition, actually trade with like an actual thought process behind the trade. Like, what am I going to do with it? Red flags and green flags. I also need to do that. I need to look at the green and red flags behind the trade, and then actually take the actual trade. But that's really all I have for today, and thank you for watching. Peace.